What's up, guys? Another day at Bobby's working on the Project 240 Coupe. Right now I'm about to basically clean up Bobby's garage, make sure everything's nice and organized before I really start digging into this. I think today I'm gonna start off by taking the rest of the chassis, the interior chassis harness out. And then I think the main goal today is to finish tearing the engine bay apart. Still got a few lines here and there, and then I'm gonna take the front and rear subframes off, take those apart. I'm out of breath, man. Moving that thing is really hard, especially when you're by yourself and it has a flat tire, so that's sick. Did drive the 240 today. I brought some stuff, so when it is in here, I'm gonna have it on blocks instead of jack stands. So yeah. So Operation Clean Bobby's garage. Finished taking the engine bay stuff out. Get the front and rear subframes out, and then go over those and see what I have to replace. I will be swapping the control arms and coilovers from this 240 over to this one eventually, whenever I get to that, because for right now, this car is perfectly fine. There's no need for me to really take this apart and have just one car to drive. I do like dailying the Z, but it's very nice to take this out every day. So yeah, I'm gonna start cleaning up Bobby's garage, and then I'll come back to this and show you guys how nice and neat it is. Got Bobby's garage all nice, neat, organized, swept out, all that fun stuff. Not really. So I got the ladder to the attic area on top of the garage put down. That way I know where I can push the 240. We can still use it and all this stuff. Right now I can't really push it over this by myself. So what I'm about to do is get the 240 and just get behind it and just push it back into the garage. Should be fun. Alright, well that was fun. Kind of messed up the front bumper a little bit. You probably saw that. This part kind of got bent a little bit, but you know, it's 240. It'd be alright. Alright, so I may need to move it over a little bit more. It's not exactly straight. I'm pretty sure I can just jack it up and bolt it over because it's really light. I think I got clearance up here. As long as I can move this down on top of that, it should be fine. Alright, so right now I got it up on some cinder blocks. This part on the frame area here, not sure if you can see that, but it's a little crushed, but it's not terrible. I just have it sitting up there. It's all good. It's not a lot of weight up there anyway. Instead of just like jacking it up and pulling it over, I literally just pulled up on this and moved it over myself. Kind of a pain in the ass, but it is what it is. Right now I am going to start removing the front subframe. Undo the lugs on here, take all this off, undo the brake calipers, get this cross member out with the steering rack and everything, and go from there. Alright, now I'm going to drain the brake fluid out of the stainless steel line. This one actually has stainless steel line, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to take the calipers off. Basically, I'm just going to take it apart, part by part, and then set that off to the side, clean it up. I'm not sure if I'm going to reuse this one or not, because I might take it, well actually, yeah, I'm just going to take the steering rack from the hatch because I know it works and everything, and just put it in here. That way I don't have to do any maintenance to it at all. It's just swap it over and I'm good to go. So yeah, I'm just gonna rip everything apart right now. Well, it looks like that's not going to come off, so I'm just going to take the lower control arm off. First, I got to remove the tension rod and possibly the sway bar. Yeah, so I'm going to remove the sway bar end link and the tension rod, and then just take the whole thing out, because that's number one, the worst ball joint I've ever had to work with. 240 life. Alright, hopefully I got all the bolts out and I can just get this last one out. Oh man. I don't think it will, but I'm kind of afraid that all the weight in the back is going to lean the car up and I take all this stuff off. It shouldn't happen that way, but it's pretty easy to move the front end around. Alright, let's see if we can get this now. Whew. Oh, well, that was a pain in the ass. Quite the workout. So here we go. We got basically have that right, the left side, driver's side, all taken out. Just look how easy it is to move the car around. Probably gonna take these wheels off and then see if it kind of stabilizes a little bit, take some weight out of the back. But now I'm gonna go over there, do the same thing that I just did to this side over there. Then I'll finally be able to remove all of this. Alright, so now I got this side of the subframe off and out. About to drop this side with one more bolt. Yes, sir. Not going to be needing this. Yeah, it's still a little back heavy. I put this battery here to see if it would help. It did help, but then the front subframe was still there. The steering rack, it was kind of keeping it down, but now it's heavy battery isn't doing anything. So I'm finished taking these lines out and then clean that up. I still have this wiring in here. I'm gonna take all this out. Probably gonna open the trunk, see what I can take out, because I really don't know where to put a lot of this stuff. There's just not a lot of storage around here. Then I'm going to take some of this interior out. I'm going to see how much of the steering column I can take out. I don't need that in right now. There's a little bit more fuse box panel stuff up there I need to rip out. And then should be good to go. I didn't think about this first, but I should have rolled it out. And while it was outside, I should have pressure washed the engine bay so it was nice and clean. But now that the whole front end is out, I don't think I'm going to be doing that very easily. So think before you do some stuff, you know, plan ahead. I'm not really much of a planner. As you can see, I don't know what I'm doing. Just kidding, I have a little idea. But with the whole weight issue, I'm just going to drop the rear subframe, so that should take care of that issue, which is not going to be very hard because I'm not going to take anything apart. There's not even a differential or axles in there because Dylan likes to take stuff. But he does pay for it. You stupid. So here's the rear subframe. I want to say it's just 4 bolts. And you have to undo the top mounts. There should just be 2 bolts, I believe, but I got to get in the trunk because they're on top. And then there's one here. I got to take that one out. Then there's all this stuff here. And then same thing on the opposite side. I should just be able to drop it down. Also, this section right here, this little corner, was apparently, seems to me like it was in a little bit of a little fender bender, if you will. This is actually pushed out a little bit more. I've been trying to straighten it up, but like this corner edge was like ripped over a little bit. This area is pushed in a little. One of the spot welds came off up here, but it's not too bad. Probably just kind of yank on a little bit and pull it back and then see if I can get this to line up. But right now I'm going to try and get this all straightened up. This part right here was dented down. I've already beat this up so it's nice and flush. But yeah, I'm going to work on this and see how straight I can get. Alright, not sure how easy it is for you guys to tell how much straighter this is, but this is about as good as I'm going to get right now. All this stuff was just like peeled back here and yeah, it was just fucked. But anyway, I'm about to drop the rear subframe real fast so that I can call it a night. Bobby's about to cook some food on the grill. I'm starving right now, so let's get to it. Alright, I was going to do the subframe, take the rear subframe off. This dude just stumbled into a vlog. What's up? That's all he has to say. But anyway, I was going to take the subframe off, but now I'm just going to leave it on there and roll it back out and then pressure wash the engine bay, because that would be the smart thing to do, thanks to that guy over there that doesn't like to talk. So stay tuned, put on the post notifications, whatever that stuff is up there, so y'all can keep track of what I'm fucking up. Peace. Lit stripper.